Good afternoon, Debbie Watson. Welcome to Sutherland Aquatic Centre for the first of the 3 test series, Australia taking on China, and a real opportunity for all the water polo fans in the country to say goodbye and wish the best of luck to our Aussie team.
Yeah, it's super exciting, and it is great to be down here at Sutherland, but how amazing that we've got our Olympic team named, and it's all official and they're ready to go. And you know, I think I just looked it up and it was 75 days, and some of these girls will have been waiting what feels a lifetime, and now all of a sudden it's picked and there's only 75 days to go, and they'll be going, wow, we've got a lot to do. Like, there's so much to look forward to. It's just going to fly. So it's a really exciting time for everyone. Yeah,
the newly minted Ord Minnett Aussie Stingers, and 6 girls on debut in Paris playing under the Olympic rings for the first time. You did it in 2000. Tell me what it feels like the first time you come on pool deck at an Olympic Games, lined up, ready with your team to play.
Yeah, it's actually quite remarkable. I think I think about different things as it comes up. We're so lucky. Once you've got the memories, they just keep coming for you, right? The 100 days to go was a real mark, I remember. But then obviously once the team announcement is huge, but walking out on pool deck, it's almost surreal. It's like that out-of-body experience where you go. you're so determined, you're so focused, and you're just so aware of what's on around you. You really need to do a lot of mental preparation so you don't lose it emotionally, because it can be so overwhelming. And one of the benefits of being performing on the first day is that you normally get into the village early, so you can get the feel, and everything's supersized. The dining hall, just everything, the whole emotion. But really, you're there to play sport, right?
Yes.
So you can't get lost in it. And getting picked in the Olympic team is just a part of the journey, and now the most important part's to come.
It's 1 foot up the mountain, isn't it? Really,
it's one, there are people that have potentially not talking water polo, relays and all sorts of different things where it's like, yes, you've got your Olympic blazer and that's enough. That was really what the goal is,
yes,
whereas
yeah.
it's just a stepping stone.
Yes.
And so now they've got to get out there, and you're relying on so many other things to go well for you. It's hard to get that perfect, it's extremely difficult to get that perfect result, but you can have a great team performance, and that's what it's going to be the main focus now for the next 75 days.
Yeah, and I guess too, as you said, going into the village and into the dining hall and seeing global superstars and not being, I hope they know who you are, because you know who they are.
Yeah, exactly. You get on the little village bus, and back in 2000 we had Venus and Serena Williams were there,
yes.
and it's like, holy dooly, all that sort of stuff. And there's obviously, these young girls will have, their heroes from all different sports, and seeing your own Australian, teammates that you don't often get to say that. The whole experience is just, can be completely overwhelming, and you've got to channel that energy into excitement rather than nerves.
Yes, as we said, 6 girls on debut in Paris, but there is a lot of experience in the team as well. When you've got the captain Arancini and Gophers going to their 3rd Olympics, and then of course the rest of the team. I should run through the debutantes: Sienna Green, Charlize Andrews, Sienna Hearn, Alice Williams, Danny Jakovic, and Genevieve Longman, all going for their first. And Gabby Palm.
Did you say Gabby already?
No. It's not her.
Oh, no, it's not. Sorry.
Yeah, it's not her first. She was there before. Yeah. I said Gophers and Arancini on their 3rd. And then, of course, players like Tilly Kearns, who's incredibly experienced, Abby Andrews, Bronte Halligan, Ellie Armott, Gabby Palm, all going around for their 2nd time.
Yeah, it's incredible, isn't it? Do you think Ellie Armott and Bronte Halligan, who have both been in the national program for a very, very long time. Like Bronte in particular, I think she was in since she was about 15, and it's her 2nd Olympics, so it's quite remarkable, just on the timing of it all.
On the cusp of Rio, and they just didn't make it. It was just that, and selections is so tight. It could be
so tight.
You're equal with somebody, but they bring something in that position that is needed for the team, and that can be the difference between selection and non-selection.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're getting ready to go. And of course, our Olympic referee, Nick Hodges, will blow the whistle here. There's another bit of a warm-up for him before he goes to Paris. And it's Li Meichunzi is the Chinese referee. So great that they brought one on tour with them as they welcome the Aussie girls out onto the pool deck. Arancini, of course, their first player as the captain.
Yeah, how fantastic for Zoe getting to captain Australia. What a great ambassador and role model she is. She's such a competitor, and she just will do what needs to be done.
Yeah, she's always been one of my favourites, and we talk about it a lot on commentary because her work rate is exceptional.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, and she's got so much polo IQ. If there's a gap, she goes and does it. It might be expense of her game, but she does it.
Just pause for the welcome or the acknowledgement to country.
All Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people today. Ladies and gentlemen, your team from China. 1, Cap 1, Zhong Wenjin. 2, Yan Xia. 3, Yan Jing. 4, Yong Damhan. 5, Zhong Kuyun. 6, Wang Juan. 7, Lu Yun. 8, Wang Guan. 9, Deng Yuan. 10, Nong Sanfeng. 11, Chen Zhao. Your captain, number 12, Zhang Jing. 13, Shen Yineng. And their captain, Juan Janet. Ladies and gentlemen, your Australian singers. Captain, Green. 6, Abby Andrews. 7, Charlize Andrews. 8, Deanna Hearn. 10, Alice Williams. 11, Tilly Kern. 12, Dark Pantone, Daniela Dakovic. 13, Genevieve Longman. We do have a celebration. Ellie Arnott, 100 games. And ladies and gentlemen, not to forget their coach, Beck Rippon. Ladies and gentlemen, if you could please be upstanding for the Chinese national anthem and the Australian national anthem.
So this is max zoom on the Z280. You get really nice colours but not as much zoom. That's it. Pretty good though, it'd be nice.
Australians, oh let us rejoice, for we are young and free, with golden soil and wealth for toil, our heart is filled by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty rich and rare. In history's page let every say advance Australia fair. In joyful strains then let us sing advance Australia
Oh, a big happy Mother's Day for another players playing today.
So dynamic in that position and can cause absolute chaos. So I imagine it'll be very physical by the Chinese girls, and so if they can prevent the ball going into Tilly, obviously that would be their main aim. But it's Tilly is just going to be amazing today.
Yeah, and Bronte Halligan, who's playing over in Orizzonte in Italy, has a lot of European Champions League and European high-level competition. Very experienced player. She's pretty dynamic around the pool, her sort of driving and work off the ball. Of course, palming the goals as well would be important for her, depending on who they start. And Longman, the nerves of she's been the Australian cap before, but it's real now. You're going to the Olympics.
Yeah, and Jen Longman's been playing really well.
Yeah.
So it's so important that you've got two very solid goalkeepers. And so for Jen to be playing well and putting the pressure on Gabby, it's not a lay down. So yeah, super excited. Maybe they'll play half-half. I'm not sure what the intentions are today, but there's just so many talented players in the Australian team that I'm just really looking forward to seeing how they gel together. And they've got the opportunity now to find their feet, find their places, encourage each other and to see what they can do.
Yeah, every time you pull that cap on, you want to put your best foot forward and make it very difficult for the coach not to play you. I need them back in the pool. You've had a rest and just want to be out there. And goalkeepers are no different.
Oh, no, absolutely.
And you can have an off day, and that happens occasionally. You've got the other goalkeeper's got to be able to come in and be at the same level, or, and perform.
Yeah, you never know. Like sometimes it just might be you just do a quick change at the end of a quarter just for a couple of minutes, get them to reset, and that's important as well, that you've got the ability to take, if you do get pulled out, that you can readjust and reset yourself, and so you are ready to go back in again. And I think that competition is really healthy for the national team, of course.
And China, we had a little chat to, I guess she's the interpreter. I'm not quite sure what her role is in the team, but she pointed out the number 4, Zhong Juhan, as being one of the players to watch in their team. And she said to me, please do not tell the Australians. I said, no, it's only for broadcast, it's okay. And their captain, the left-hander, Zhang Jing, number 12. So 4 and 12 are the two she picked out. And I'm going to guarantee they're going to have good goalkeepers here, the Chinese. Dong in 1 and probably maybe Shen in 13, unless they're playing only one goalkeeper. And they've got 13. They've got 2 goalkeepers 13 in the squad. So, and I do like, out of Tokyo, it was only 12 players. And so quite often teams went into games with one goalkeeper, which can be extremely dangerous. If a keeper jams a finger on a post and loses them, your game's gone. So now they've gone back to 13 players in the team, and it makes more sense.
Yeah, it's completely makes more sense, and it's just so much fairer that's the way it is now. So no, it's really interesting. I think this is going to be a really physical game. I think it'll, obviously the referees will set the tone early to see what happens. China have been out playing Australian A.
The girls
last few days, and they said it was pretty physical and intense. But that's what you want. We don't get visiting teams out here very often, so it's really important that when they come, they really make it hard for us and really challenge it.
Yeah, well, Nick Hodges is like the Iceman. He's always calm. I said to him, you always look completely in control. He goes, well, I might not feel like that inside, but on the outside. Yeah, Deb, we're back. Apologies there, ladies and gentlemen. Just a quick technical hitch for a moment. Lost comms, but Australia setting up their attack, looking for the opening shot. And there's the goal coming straight up. And that's a really promising start, Abby Andrews.
Yeah, very controlled, really nice attack. It was a beautiful ball from Arancini into Tilly Kearns at centre forward to earn the exclusion. And, yeah, that was a really controlled and well-played extra man attack. Beautiful to see.
That was the number 10 excluded for China. And now let's see what China can do. Oh, physical down on the 2 metre line. The ball's got to come in first, and Green in a bit of trouble there. Just took away the advantage and the pass couldn't come in. So first exclusion on the Australian team. And China work their 6-on-5 right down on that goal line. Little rush defence from the Australians. A wind up and a pump. Good blocking. To block it away, and desperation from Kearns wins the ball.
Well, nice little counter-attack opportunity. Abby Andrews is away.
Referee waiting here. He's going to go the exclusion. Yeah, just a pullback just outside 6. Otherwise, it was penalty territory. So that's the captain going out. Yeah, feature of the Australian game, isn't it? That quick transition, that counter-attack down the pool, use your speed. They've been in very heavy workload too.
Yes, yeah, absolutely they have been. And so have China. They've just come straight from the US.
Post pass is beautiful to Kearns. Lovely assist coming from Alice Williams.
Yeah, the girls are starting particularly well. The communication's good.
Well, they were doing a lot of 6-on-5 in the warm-up for probably a good 10, 12 minutes of 6-on-5. playing obviously some different moves and playing players in different positions, but that was, yes, pinpoint on the post. Kearns up the step ladder. And captain now, Zhang, gets the free throw. And they're looking to feed the centre if they can. Zone's back by the Aussies.
You can see Ellie Armit, she's trying not to engage because when Sienna Green was excluded in the game before, you can see she was being held in an uncomfortable position, and Ellie Armit then has just gone in and she just wouldn't give her arm or her body, and she ended up getting the turnover. So excellent work from Ellie Armit.
Yeah, Chinese centre forward there, Zhong, just worked too hard and got herself inside 2 metres offside, head of the ball.
Oh, it was good vision there from Alice Williams. Couldn't quite execute that pass. Not a good time to settle up.
Yeah, Kearns, little pass off and drives in. Maybe the ball over to Charlize Andrews. She's covered up now into Kearns and the ball under. I thought the centre back had her almost in a judo hold.
The old, the old headlock.
Captain again in Zhang. Cross it over. They'll look back to the centre if they can. Oh, she's free. She wants the ball. And slow to get it in then, because Zhong Juhan was free. And
Oh, good touch from Longman.
yeah, that's good confidence builder. It's a nice touch out for the corner.
Again, great work from Ellie Armit. You can see her pushing away. She's not allowing Zhong to grab her arm and hold her. It sounds easy, but incredibly difficult.
Well, she's a tall athlete, but she's also very strong, and there's a good wrestle going on with the centre forward facing up to the centre back, and now Armit resets herself. As the ball's at the top, crossover, blockers are up, and makes the middle, and on that occasion the ball makes it in and Armit gets excluded.
Yeah, it's a quick play on from Zhang, and great save from Longman.
And pass down to Kearns on the counter-attack. So you get around inside the defender. Tries to roll, tries to come back the other way. Oh, backhand. Oh, Tilly Kearns.
Oh, how good's that? Love it. So fun. I like the way, obviously she rolled over them with the ball, then went to go back and could feel where the player was. And, that's a real lesson to learn as a junior, is to feel where your defender is. And, she could feel where she could and couldn't go, and just came up with the perfect scenario.
Yeah, because, the defender was coming down on her right shoulder. So by rolling, she takes her holding hand away from the grab of the defender. Gives herself the best opportunity.
Yeah, really nice to see. Now we've got Chucky Andrews in there at centre back. Let's see if she can stay in that front position. Need nice tight marking on the wings so the ball can't be lobbed over.
Well, she's gone, ball side front marking, and ball comes in now. Chinese player reaching, and then, they win the wrestle. Once that ball goes in, it's really tough not to give up the exclusion. So third 6-on-5 now for the team from China, and they're still looking for their opening goal. Good ball movement, down deep on the edge, and thought the shot was going to come. And they opened up one more time, and then ball under on the reach for the play coming in.
It was fantastic ball movement, wasn't it? I really thought when that ball went down right onto the goal line with Deng, I thought she was going to be able to curve that ball into the goal.
So Aussie scorer there in Abby Andrews sets it up and thought about maybe a pass to the centre, decides to come around the top first. Green and Andrews again. And they're drifting around to the left and opening up. Halligan gives it into the middle, and Jakovic earns it the exclusion. They play on quickly. Oh, they thought about Jakovic again. Zhong, number 5, is the player out.
I think the crowd will be super excited if they can get Jakovic a goal early in this
The
game.
local girl plays with the ACU Cronulla Sharks, and a big line up outside, and the finish from Brodie Halligan.
Gee, that's a recipe for disaster for the Chinese, just allowing Halligan just to wind up and move away into perfect shooting position. Once again, excellent finish. The intensity of the Australians has been brilliant in this first quarter.
Yeah, they got a real, I guess, mark in the sand or line in the sand when they played the USA to know where they are in their preparation compared to the US, who are the benchmark. So they came home and they've done a lot of work. It's really just now creating all those connections amongst this team. When they get to Paris, it'll be almost subconscious knowing where your teammate's going to be. Oh, big one, stretching for it. Longman got out there for it as well. Nice high out of the water. Djakovic again, and 3 defenders around her. And that's a tough pass in with that much sort of traffic around you.
Well, absolutely. There were 3 defenders really quite close. There was, players on the far side, and they've got their hand up, but sometimes you just got to call. You can't expect your teammate to know that you're going to be there. And it's a long way out. Abby Andrews at centre forward, front marking.
Yeah. She's a real workaholic there. Zhong Juhan for China, taking all the work on the 2 metre line, and then in from the angle, little lob shot off the post, and nice jump back by Abby Andrews just to secure the possession.
Yeah, I'm liking the intensity from Australia. They're showing desperation in their defence.
Now, Djakovic trying to get around, present herself ball side, so they've brought the ball around to her now at the top. Wind up. Oh, and the defence isn't coming. Down to 6 seconds into Djakovic, and then second defender lay off nicely for Halligan. Cross cage. Oh, good vision from Djakovic for the assist.
That's Halligan's bread and butter, isn't it?
It is.
The cross cage, well, the cross catch, cross body catch, and then cross cage. It's beautiful.
I think we might have something with the timing system here. We'll just find out in a moment. Yeah, one of the other, I guess, not a challenge, but an interesting to work around for the international referees is how much English their counterparts have. You've still got to be able to communicate somehow.
Well, if the lovely young girl that's doing the videoing, I went over and, like, with my best broken English myself, and then she spoke beautifully.
Oh, yeah.
Her English was incredible. Maybe I feel like Nick was pointing back. Is it possible that it's a no goal? Yeah.
No goal, no.
Spectacular though, Bronte.
Well, that one comes off the board.
And the players are all ready to go, but Nick, hang on, we're waiting for the ref. Hang on, they're wrestling in at centre forward, and there isn't even...
No ball in the pool yet.
Hang on.
So our referee here is not the Chinese referee that is appointed to Paris.
Okay.
So I thought I'd just have a quick check on that. So they might be looking at a development for a young referee as well, knowing that they've already got somebody who's picked and selected to go.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, this is a terrific tour for the Chinese. 4 weeks, 2 weeks in the US, 2 weeks here. Plenty of games to referee.
And Deb, this is Australia's opening game in Paris against China. So it's a really good one to test ourselves now.
Yeah, it's really important actually for Australia and equally for China as well. But for us, you know, we want to be solid in what we're doing.
Yeah, big hold there on the centre forward. You can see that arm above the water. Armit did well just to get up high to show she's being held.
Yeah, we don't want to give the Chinese any confidence coming out of this 3-test series.
No, obviously Australians will want to win, and they'll want to win in a dominant fashion. As that one's a wind up from Kearns outside.
She loves an outside shot too.
Yeah. 3 for Tilly at about 5-0 so far. So 2 groups of 5 in the women's competition going into Paris. You've got the lineups there.
I do. In our side of the draw, obviously, it's us, China, Netherlands, Canada, and Hungary.
So you've got to win one to go through to the quarterfinals. You've got to win at least one game.
At least one game, yes. So you'd be looking, Australia would definitely be eyeing off minimum 2 and 2 wins, minimum, I would think.
Yes.
And then on the other side, we've got France, Greece, Italy, USA, and Spain. Now, you would think that France would be the team that miss out there. So, you know, there are going to be no easy crossovers.
No. You look at that lineup. If you take out France, you've got Greece, Italy, USA, and Spain. You've got Olympic gold and silver medalists, 3-time Olympic gold medalists. Spain, 2 or 3 silver medals. I mean, they
World
are
champions.
world champions. It's just stacked full of very good teams on the other side of the draw.
Yeah, you really just will be. Obviously, you need to go into those crossover matches feeling good, feeling confident.
Oh, Kearns gets another backhand away, gets a second chance at it. If you went on form on paper, you'd say USA going to finish top of their group, so you don't want to come fourth and get them in the first crossover and be eliminated.
No, absolutely not. But, you know, once you get to those crossover games, anything can happen. And even if you don't have terrific form going into it, it's obviously better you do. But even if you can still flick a switch.
That's the end of the quarter. And, yeah, you kind of look at where teams or how teams progress through. And I'm going to go to an example in the men's competition in Rio where Serbia came in as gold medal favourites, were struggling for form. They had to beat Australia to get out of the pool stage, and they just got us by a goal. And they go on and win the gold medal.
Yeah, that was cruel. It was cruel, wasn't it?
That's how tight the competition. The women's the same. It's exactly the same in the women's. It is so tight that it's one goal between so many of these teams as to who wins and who loses.
Yeah, absolutely. And it could, you could just have an off day. Anyone's capable of having an off day, and you just got to be. Once you get to the business end, you've got to be as sharp and consistent and. Yeah. Spectacular is not the word, but you've got to have your main players, and it doesn't have to be anyone in particular, but someone has to step up. It doesn't have to be the same person every time, and that's the great team, is when you've got different people that can step into those roles depending on the way the game's going, the way the game's refereed, and if you can support other people and to be your main player because it's working for them, it's a massive bonus.
You're a much more dangerous team when you've got a lot of players that can score, because they can't shut down one. When you've got maybe one key player that scores 80% of your goals, they're going to target them and shut them down. But if you've got players that can all score, you don't have to be at the top of the goal scoring list. That doesn't matter.
No.
But everyone scores 3, 4, 5 goals, and all of a sudden everyone's dangerous.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And equally with those, we talk about the goal scorers all the time, but sometimes you obviously have to have the player as well that's prepared to throw those passes. And if you think, I'm 80% on, but my buddy over there, she's 90% on, you just got to give it. It just makes you a far more dangerous team.
So think about your teammates in 2000. It was a fairly selfless group that was all about the collective result, not about individual glory.
Yeah, it was an interesting team, actually. If you go through the stats and you look at different things, we don't have the stats like they're available now, but if you look at goal scorers, for example, it's all over. There's so many people.
Yes.
There's so many people that are scoring goals, and obviously, as you said, it just makes you much more difficult to set your tactics against.
Yeah, and if you've got the hot hand, keep throwing
go for
the ball.
Yeah, absolutely, go for it.
So we'll line up. Sprinters getting ready to go. It's going to be Wang Huan for China up against Bronte Halligan for the Aussies. And nice starting over her legs there for the Chinese sprinter. I think she's going to get there. Oh, Halligan just a little bit of pace at the end. She's still quick. And I guess how important the intel that Bronte's going to bring for Italy and Hungary and Greece, the teams that she's played a lot against in Europe.
Yeah, absolutely. It's invaluable. But so is Alice Williams and
yeah.
Abby Andrews
Yeah, the
and
players they
Chucky.
played
You know,
against,
like
yeah.
they're.
Another great goal.
she's still
Kearns goes
going.
again. And good win by Green. Desperation. Another chance here. Alice Williams. They've got a new shot clock so they can set it up. Early shot, 12 on the shot clock.
Yeah, just that little balk from Andrews. So difficult if you can shoot off the hand in that situation. The goalie just really struggles to get there into that tight corner.
And that one, tough ball in. Crash back, 4 Australians coming in. And Kearns now with the ball. You look at in the lead up to Tokyo, she played some test matches. She almost demanded to be selected. She was probably one of the ones that was a maybe, maybe not, but it was just like, nah, you have to take me. And the way her international games developed since then is quite incredible.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, she was probably knocking on the door for at least 12 months before that,
Yes.
but just couldn't get the opportunity. And, she went to her first Olympic Games with, 3 or 4 senior games under her belt. It's pretty impressive. Abby Andrews was the same.
Yeah.
And had a outstanding Olympic Games.
Yeah, give me the opportunity and you watch what I can do. And wind up at the top, maybe coming from China. No, they'll take it out to an angle. And I feel like
Longman again.
Longman's had everything covered so far.
Yes, absolutely. And that is, again, attributed towards the fact that the defenders are in the right spots, channeling the ball
Yeah.
to where it needs to go rather than it being such a lottery that it should be going there, but mid-air, there's another channel and it makes it so much more difficult.
And that from Halligan. Arancini gives it into the middle. The ball a little bit high into Kearns on that occasion. But I guess for the Aussie keepers as well, we've got Lorenzo Sensi is the goalkeeping coach that's come into the squad. Not a gentleman I'm that familiar with, but it's obviously doing a really good job with the girls.
Yeah, obviously he's doing it really well, and I think just different as well. And I think that's obviously giving Jen confidence as well.
Yeah, she's
I mean,
talking a
Gabby's
lot.
been there,
Yes.
for a long time, and she's, got incredible capabilities. But
Oh, that one
excellent
just snuck
shot.
past her. Yeah, that was it. Shot from Lu Yuen.
Yeah, that putting pressure to make each other perform better is so important, and it's the same in the field, obviously, as well. You want pressure from within the team to make you each other play better. So China also have got 18 players here on this tour
yes.
as well, so we don't know who's who. We're not sure whether this is their strongest of their lineups or if they're mixing it around. You would think they'd be mixing it around a little.
Well, they're going to select, I think, mid-June, the lady told you, and they
Yep.
played 16 against the USA across the 3 games. Tight angle shot, blocked away by the keeper. So for the Chinese players, they're playing for their Paris berth. They don't know yet.
No, absolutely. Yeah, it's interesting. I was just chatting to a couple of my friends from overseas, my polo friends, and, they were like, wow, you guys have named your team already. The Europeans are just still going through all their championships.
Big drag back then by the Chinese centre-back, Yan, gets excluded.
So to our advantage, we can now work, tactically for longer.
Now, let's have a look. I said they were doing a lot of work on their 6-on-5 in warm-up. Let's see if they're going to unlock there. Djakovic on the outer post and goes up, gets the penalty. Yeah, the defender behind had a big hold of it. Djakovic was climbing for it, and Zhong Chi-Wen gets her second.
Yeah, I like the way Djakovic did that. She backed into the defender, pushed her out. We saw the Americans do that a lot when Australia were over there.
Yeah, so players need to be outside 6 and at least 3 metres away from the shooter. And Alice Williams. And one warning for the keeper. And in it goes.
Straight over a noggin.
Oh, I had
Brave.
some venom on that shot. Yeah, and again, with Nick Hodges as our referee going to Paris, having this game of extra intensity. He's just done AWL finals and ref, the major games, and that one tapped away.
Yeah, good
This
touch
just
from Alice Williams.
gives him an opportunity just to step up and really getting your Olympic game face on for this match, isn't it, really?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the opportunities don't come so frequently here in Australia, so
Oh, Djakovic gets a rally, and then the pass
Oh,
comes
the
in and she
crowd.
finishes. And there you go. Up behind the goals, the whole Cronulla club is just cheering and jumping and shouting.
I feel like she fumbled that ball, but it was probably the excitement of being straight in front of goals, knowing that the crowd would erupt.
Yeah, she's shooting,
They're your hardest
she's shooting to her
ones.
teammates too. They're sitting down behind that goal. So
Yeah, that's fantastic. Oh, a bit of music to celebrate as well. Woohoo!
well done. Now, keep defending down on that wing side as centre forward goes back in for China. This workaholic Xiong Juhan. Seems like she's a very difficult player. She's she goes inside two again. That's the problem. She's working so hard on the Australian defender that she gets a little bit out of position. And the coach is coming down the pool to ask the question. Oh, he's asking the question about contra fouls. I don't like the contra fouls, he says. Very, very, I mean, she's on the tour with them and gives him a little more leeway than he'd get internationally. He would know too. He's coached the Spanish men to a world championship in 1998. So
Good
very
positioning
experienced
there
coach.
from Djakovic too.
Yeah.
Excellent ball in from Sienna Hearn.
Oh, that one doesn't go over the line. Or it does. Yeah, Nick Hodges in good position. And it's the goal to Keisha Gophers.
No VAR down here at Cronulla, but if you ask those behind the goals, that was definitely in.
Of course it was.
Oh, Nick, Nick stepping in here and
No,
yeah,
he's saying you do know, he does know. I guarantee he knows he can't come past the six.
yeah. Make a uncomfortable dinner conversation this evening. I think I'm not hungry. I'm going straight to my room. Yeah, it's fierce in there. Centre forward, centre back. Really fantastic battles.
Green there having a go now. Picked in the team as probably as a centre back, specialist centre back.
Yeah, definitely centre back, and brilliant job.
Can pitch it at centre forward if she has to.
Yeah, she can. She's in terms of her water polo career, she's a baby.
There we go. Counter attack down the pool for the Chinese centre forward,
been a
Zhong
fumble.
Juhan, and goalkeeper thought about coming. Juhan, nearly turned into her. Wow. I thought if Longman came that extra stroke, the Chinese player would have turned straight into her.
Well, she did, didn't she? Had put her head down there, Zhong, as well. It's like, it's tricky.
Yeah, you feel for these referees, especially on the Chinese tour, is the coach wants the calls all to go their way, and the referee wants to ref to the game,
No win. There'd be definitely some coaches when, as a referee, you get selected to go on that tour and you go, oh, really?
I know they'll blow what I want them to blow. No, referees are great. They're
I know I was making fun of the coaches, not the referees. Like if you've got a referee a coach that might be on you all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot of scope for error here with the Aussies have got to move to get that ball.
They've just clamped on them, the Chinese, haven't they?
Gophers is coming around.
Yeah.
needed to. You got to swim towards the ball, make yourself free just to get to touch because the goalkeeper was out on 5.
Well, is it timeout now by the Australian coach? And
I think everyone got a bit lost there, attack and defence.
what I find funny there is the Chinese coach is complaining to the Chinese referee, but it was the other referee that made the call. She's like, well, I didn't make the call. He's appealing that, you know.
Well, you know, when the score's 8-2, if there was one bad decision in his mind, well, there's still
it doesn't
6
change,
goals.
Doesn't change the outcome.
Like
I mean,
maybe that was one goal, but what about the other
Kearns
5?
has scored 3 terrific goals in the first quarter. Like, you know, the referees are reffing a good game, in my view. They're calling what they're saying. They're calling what they need to call, trying to let the players play. You put yourself in a vulnerable position, the referee makes a call that hurts you. That's your problem. It's not the referee's problem.
Yeah, it was quite distracting then. There was so much going on that I feel like both teams just stopped doing anything, and Beck Rippon just called the timeout just to resettle everyone.
Yeah,
So
yeah, probably a good time to do that. They get going on their 6-on-5, taking it down far side, long past Aaron Senior across the 2-metre line. Another long one. They're pressing out everywhere. Now, Australian shooters are maybe outside. Oh, Aaron Senior had to climb for that one. Now they come to the top. And down the line finish from Charlize Andrews is very, very good.
oh, that was a bullet. And there wasn't really a lot happening. A bit of holding going on in the post, not much movement. They were unable. And then you've got your 1 and your 4, your deep wings throwing the long balls back and forwards. Nothing really going on. And Jackie's just like slid over just half a metre and given herself a beautiful channel to shoot at.
Yeah, it is a friendly international, so the coaches get a lot more leeway, but it's fun to watch. Like, you know, he obviously feels under pressure too. His team's down 9-2 and he goes, I need some help from my referee. I need something, you know. And as you said, this is maybe not their strongest combination. They're probably giving players a go, and
yeah, you still don't want to be down 9-2
No.
at half time. They would have expected to have been tighter. Oh, that's a
great
beautiful
off
shot.
the hand, the left-hander. Yeah.
Wow, up high, beautiful action, just that catch and release.
One of your favourites, Deb, isn't it? No ball, just
yeah.
shoot off the hand.
Yeah.
Australia set up again. Kearns going in. She'll draw the defenders back and they rush in. She gets spat at the backside. And she's going to attack. No, she's not going to attack the goalkeeper. I thought she was going to have a bit of a crack there, but and down the ball now. Zhong has a look across, steps forward again. One of the other left-handers in the side. Zhong, centre forward, not set. Zhong, they should pull the trigger here. Oh, bounces it just up and over. A little touch out from Longman.
Yeah, another
Had to make the
excellent save.
Yeah.
Again, in terrific position, Longman.
Wind up and shot clock still a mile of time there at 15. They work at the top. They look to drop the centre. Kearns is back, comes out, put pressure on. Now it comes in and the big long arms of Sienna Green just takes it away.
It's excellent work from Green.
Yeah, just
Positioning
was perfect.
Yeah, it was excellent, and you can see she's trying not to engage in that, just trying to hold a position, the old push back.
And Kearns from down the pool as we get to the half-time break at 9-2 for the Aussies, and it's a very good start. So far scoring, it's Gophers, Halligan, Andrews, that's Abby Andrews, Charlize Andrews, Alice Williams, triple to Kearns and Jakovic. So 7 players on the score sheet for the Aussies, which is terrific. Zhong Juhan, the centre forward, on that changeover swim away, and Lu Yiwen scoring their 2 goals in that quarter. And we'll take a short break and be back with the second half here from Sutherland Aquatic Centre. It is the Australia-China Test Series, the farewell tour for the Aussie girls before they go to Paris.
Yeah, how exciting.
Welcome back, all you wonderful people out on the world of YouTube, Water Polo Australia YouTube page, watching the Australia-China Test Series, and you'd be very excited after the first half came to a conclusion at 9-2. The Australians are looking sharp, Deb.
They are indeed. The intensity is what was really impressive, particularly in that first quarter. A little bit sort of disjointed in the second, not by us, but just with all the carrying-ons from Yane, the Chinese coach. Got a bit distracting for everyone. But yeah, certainly the Aussies will be pretty happy with that first quarter, but they will want to keep that intensity.
I did like the Chinese defence at the end, towards the end of the quarter there. They ended up, Australia got a 6-on-5 in the end, but they just clamped on everywhere. It was like, you are not going anywhere at all.
It was amazing, actually, because the goalie was so far out, and these things are really good for us too, right? Because our reaction to that was pretty ordinary. Like, there was no movement, there was nothing, there was no one going towards the ball to help. There was, people sort of like sitting, watching a little, and these are the great learning experiences that we have to tidy up because...
Arancini arriving on the back post, and they held up the pass. Kearns saying, no, I'm not ready yet. And then Green on the far side. Now Kearns trying to get free.
I think the shot clock might be wrong. Stuck on 21.
Yes, not running at all. No. Not sure what's going on there, but anyway.
It's like, sheesh, the swimming's
it's
good.
30 on the board there, and here we go. Now it's synced up again. So, terrific system. It's a non-proprietary system. It's just been designed and written by Adam Rippon.
Oh, has it?
Wow. It's a really, really good tablet-based or phone-based or computer-based system. It's like a web page you log on, and you can run the timing system. He's thought about lots of things that aren't on a lot of timing systems.
Yeah, fantastic.
Very good. Really, I've been impressed.
That's a very good first touch for Gabby Palm.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been here for the last 3 days for the Colsmie 23 and under women's championship, which have just concluded with Balmain taking the title in the end. But here we go.
Serious clock issue going on. We're still at 19. Yeah. Oh, no, we're at 7.
Yeah, they might be having a little bit of just communication errors because that is a wireless system. Outside shot. Green gets the goal.
Beautiful shot.
I saw mum and dad in here. I'm sure they're very, very happy.
Yeah, I can see mum and auntie behind their goals.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a huge ask for Sienna. She's only 19 years of age and really probably considered our main number one centre-back, our first option to go in there at centre-back. And, that's a huge responsibility. But
fairly calm, head on the shoulders. She's a very mature girl for her age.
Very mature, very clever. Look, when they played the Australia A, or the two green and gold up in Queensland as their first part of their selection at AYC this year, she was just looking for Tilly Kearns. She wanted to take Tilly on. She's like, right, I've arrived. I want whoever's the best. I'm going to play against her. And she just hasn't taken a backward step since then.
There you go. Little drive in from the side by Halligan. Gets the angle cut off.
Excellent defence from Nong.
Kearns just controlling it. Crossover, Arancini off the hand. Oh, block away. That was a good Chinese block. I think it was the number 2, Yan Sia, got the block.
You could feel like Ellie Armott was at centre forward. You had Tilly Kearns down in that one position. You felt like there was a drive. They just couldn't get the ball in the right position to execute.
Looked inside and shot just kind of, I don't know if it was meant as a pass or a shot, but
yeah, I feel like it was a shot. It was going to be a bounce shot.
Halligan. Now the drive to go through. Charlize Andrews decides not to drive through. Kearns is set with Abby Andrews, and Abby Andrews again. Oh, look at that,
Beautiful
through the gap
shot.
and underneath the arm of the keeper. That was beautiful shooting.
Yeah, that was excellent. Goalie's got her arms up. Is that Shen that's in goals now? That will, not a great way for her. She's probably a bit chilly from sitting on the bench for that first half, but Abby Andrews has had a look at where her arms were, and it's just so difficult to bring them.
Get them down again.
What were they, 50 centimetres above the water at elbow to actually get that down in time to stop that ball. It was excellent shooting.
China will keep coming, and you did say, Deb, you don't want to give them any confidence, but they'll keep coming, and Australia doesn't want to ever take them too lightly when we come to Paris, even if we win the 3-test series. I mean, we're dominating this one. There's 2 games to come. There's a lot of water polo to be played, and you never want to underestimate your opposition.
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not. But, you want the Chinese team to, as your first, to have that little bit of doubt. Just,
Yes.
we did get a bit of a hiding from them. They were tough. They were good all over the pool.
Armit goes long. Oh, that one just fished back there. Gophers had to reach for it. And then Armit in the middle of the pool, and the shot clock's expired. And there's a 2-on-1 down the pool counter-attack. Pass comes short. Now, do they go long?
Oh,
No, they're going to go without it.
Yeah, hasn't had a look. I think it was a little bit slow. It was Zhang. It was the captain, Zhang, too, wasn't it?
Yeah, Alice Williams did really well to scramble back then.
It was an excellent cover.
Now wind up at the top. They go to the centre, and Gophers coming over the shoulder excluded. Once that ball gets into the centre forward, it's hard for the referees to call another exclusional goal. And that one, similar shot, trying to go under the arm of Gabby Palm, and she got the elbow down.
Yeah, I feel like Gabby was really high out of the water there, and like her elbows were just that little bit lower. There wasn't that space to go under. Again, excellent positioning, but comes from defenders being in the right spot.
Arancini crosses it over, and that touchdown over the top. Shot coming from Alice Williams.
It's a excellent save from Shen.
Djakovic set. Halligan at the top. Halligan again. Down to Arancini. Here we go. Hearn in the pool now. I think it's the first time we've seen her in the game.
Oh, she's definitely been in, but not for long periods.
Okay, yeah. I'll say her family's also sitting here. They'd be extremely excited about having their daughter as a Olympic debutante.
Yeah, she's a real talent.
Yeah. Oh, Hearns tried that little short drive. Ball didn't come to her, and then a long shot from Halligan. Experience.
She often looks unbalanced, Halligan, in her shooting action, but she's totally not. Like sometimes you think she's dropped or she's leaning or she's doing something, but she's why she's so dangerous, because she can shoot from many of those positions, whereas, often other players, once they look like they've lost their legs or they're leaning, it doesn't quite work. You can't relax. When she's got the ball in her hand, she can get a shot away from all sorts of positions.
Yeah, you think about that egg beater and then the rotation from the core around the hips, and it's like a platform and your sort of body's rotating. She's off kilter, off axis, and still can throw those good shots.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's an extremely good core. Done a lot of work on that, I'm sure. China working down, 9 on the clock. Pass goes to the centre. Crashback is not quite early enough from Kearns. Thought she was going to get there, and Green excluded.
Yeah, Green, I feel like Green panicked there a little. Just got to have the confidence. Your play was right there.
Work the 6-on-5 deep down the right-hand side. Wind up at the top. Good arms from the Australians. And then the little layoff and the cross cage finish. And it was Zhang Jing, the captain, the left-hander, finding the back of the net.
Yeah, super fan of just that little stroke in that, not even a half drive. That was just like a stroke and a prop to receive the ball. Beautiful finish.
Arancini out on the side. There's a lot of work going over there on the far side. Kearns and
It was Green to get Kearns into a good position.
Arancini. And inside 2. That one on Kearns. Thinking, oh, she had a look at the thing. Was I really?
She's like, really? That was funny.
Long ball across the pool. Oh, deep on the tight angle. Goalkeeper's done well.
Oh, great
Long
pressure.
palm jammed up that post so the shot wasn't on, and they get the turnover.
Yeah, Sienna Hearn, excellent pressure on the pass, coming away with the steal. You're China zoning much more effectively in this third quarter.
Yeah, and they've worked out how dangerous Kearns is, and that's another save, but a good shot. Really reaching for it was Alice Williams.
Yeah, and Zhang was close enough to put Williams under a lot of pressure as that ball was arriving.
Hearn lays it off, and then the zone drops straight back.
Yeah, you feel like that ball had to go in slightly, like as soon as Sienna Hearn got that the first time, because it just allowed for the defenders to drop.
Oh, around the defender.
Beautiful.
Sliding to a left, Abby Andrews punishes them again.
Yeah, she's super important, Abby Andrews, for Australia. Having a outstanding shooter as a left-hander just opens up so many options for you.
And they decide against the shot to round out the third quarter. That's 13 goals to 3, and a lot of smiles on the faces of the fans here at Sutherland, loving what they're seeing from the Ord Minnett Aussie Stingers. We're back for the fourth quarter. Everyone sitting at home enjoying on Water Polo Australia YouTube channel. We're at the Sutherland Aquatic Centre.
Hope they're nice and warm wherever they are too. It's fresh down here.
It has freshened up. We've had a bit of rain the last 3 days for the under 23 Cole Smee Women's Tournament. And this is a nice little finish to the tournament. The China-Australia Test Series, and a lot of the girls who have played have stayed to watch.
Oh, excellent ball in. Just Yan couldn't do anything with it.
No, they ran out of shot clock. So off there with Abby Andrews. Got Arancini down deep. Looks across the pool. Oh, they're
look at
driving at Kearns.
Oh, I felt,
Goes through the defender and taken off a hand. Yeah, referee is playing the advantage then. But as Kearns turned, the defender also got a hand on the ball. The spin, that dynamic spin you talked about.
I just love when the ball goes in until he's in that position where she can do a spin. Obviously, the defenders don't want that.
Oh, it's a nice outside shot. Well, maybe a bit more of that from China. Deng Jiwen.
Yeah, it was a beautiful shot, nice and simple. Sometimes when things are not working, it's for you and you're really struggling to get the ball in the back of the net. Just something so simple can, you know, spark a little flurry.
So, game on Wednesday night at Ryde Aquatic Centre around 8 o'clock.
Yeah, I think it's 8 o'clock,
8
yes.
o'clock, and then Friday night at 7:30 at Pymble Ladies College. And you've got to tune in definitely for Pymble Ladies College because the school choir will sing the Australian and the Chinese anthems.
Yeah, wow.
I think that's going to be spine-tingling. Foul.
It's quite
The
physical.
Aussies. Yeah.
Just up the ante here. You've got Chen at centre back and Kearns, the two number 11s, going hammer and tong.
Yeah, there's that clamp
Still
defence
going.
again, isn't it? Yeah,
Yes.
it's that straight out, all of a sudden they just switch to this heavy press.
I feel like in, Olympic Games, in the first game, that is what they're going to bring for the entire game. Like
Physicality? Oh, for sure.
For sure.
It doesn't matter how you win the game at the Olympics. It's about progressing and winning whichever way you can. And there's another good shot. And
Beautiful
really
shot.
finding their range, the captain.
Yeah, there's a bit more calling from the bench than from Australia defensively, what to do rather than coming from the water. And I feel Sienna Hearn, who was over on that position there, sort of maybe got caught listening to what was coming from there rather than goalie calling.
Yeah, and playing instinctually what you think you need to do. Yeah. Press again coming. Nice out on the outside. If they can
Here we
release
go
it. Look
again.
at the goalkeeper's come a long, long way. Arancini, she needs a release.
Yeah, this is when you've got to really quickly get into that lane position and try
Arancini gets around inside. Sorry.
Get the ball. No, get the ball, and now it can go deep, and then it can go in.
Oh, the block. Arancini maybe on the crossbar. She comes up, takes a breath, and goes again.
It was a big goal, wasn't it? She was on the bottom. This counter defence from Arancini is working super hard. Oh, it's excellent defence.
Yeah. Chinese player got there first.
There's a lot of scrambling then. Jakovic is back in position now. Definitely noticeable the lack of talk now, whereas it was so good early in the game. They were very...
Yeah, Green, I think,
Yeah, I think
gets
that's
her third, but yeah, she's special centre back, and sometimes you just got to take them for the team, don't you? Timeout now called by China. I'm sure as the weather turns a little in Sydney a little bit cooler. They'll be happy to be indoors on Wednesday and Friday. But again, I've said it during the AWL, the setup down here from the Cronulla Club is first rate. They've bought all the proper equipment, the great equipment. They've got the big scoreboard, the timing system. They've really...
It's excellent, isn't it?
Yeah, and their view, talking to a lot of the club people, is they want to be able to be at a better standard. They want to set the tone of how their club runs and what they present when the games are played here.
Yeah, it's excellent. It's quite a trip for a lot of Sydney siders to get here, but it's like the setup is brilliant.
Yeah. And they have more plans afoot as well. And just a pump up outside and not enough pressure from the defence.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lu Yuen.
Lu Yuen just sat up the top. There was balked maybe 4 or 5, maybe 6 times, and just not enough pressure.
Yeah, I think the first task down here at Sutherland, they've been trying for a while. They're going to get new LED spotlights. So,
are they?
So get TV luminance on the pool here. For night
yes,
games.
Yeah, National League was very difficult to call from here, wasn't it? It was very
it gets
dark.
a little bit dark. So, and they're aware of it. They've been trying to do it for 12 months, and they think they're in a position now where the council will help them. And come on, council, step up and help them out. Foul out on the side. Djakovic is there.
Again, goalie's miles out. That's a lot of pressure on the outside.
Yeah, it is.
And again, we're not swimming and making ourselves available for that release with the goalkeeper so far out.
Yeah. Foul now with Alice Williams.
Djakovic.
Shot clock down to 6 and
Working really hard.
Takes that advantage away. As soon as the ball's there and the pass can't come to the centre, the centre back's taken the advantage away and goes.
Yeah. It was really heavy. He worked really well.
Djakovic again trying to make himself available on the post and out wide with Australia and at the top and one more angle, and that was always going to go in the back of the net from Alice Williams. Just unpicked the defence.
I love how Bronte just threw that ball to Alice. She was sort of on a blind side. Bronte was looking at where the ball was coming from. You could see Alice sneaking into that position, and as the ball came, Alice called for it, and it's an excellent pass from Halligan.
China keeping the ball singing around as Australia goes into a zone. Now they're rushing out a little bit. And ball into the centre. Nice look away and around the corner finish from Zhang Juhan. Well, she has worked so hard the entire game, and that's probably a nice reward for her. Gets a second goal.
Yeah, what an absolute fighter. And she's a lot of minutes as well.
And it's not hard to know why our interpreter said no, number 4.
Yes.
But don't tell the Australians.
I'd like to see her out of the water because she looks so strong, but she doesn't look
tall.
No.
No. We'll have a look when they exit the pool at the end of the game. As you're going to see her on Wednesday and Friday. It's a 3-test series and a nice, just an opportunity, as I said, for the fans to farewell the Aussie girls and wish them all the best going to Paris. They'll be signing autographs after the games. Work it around and Halligan maybe change that angle again. One more time. Arancini drops in the middle and Kearns just had the hold.
Yeah, she was just a little high up, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Just that second step ladder, position.
I like the build-up though.
Yeah, it was excellent.
Build-up, yeah.
And it's not an easy pass to throw in from that deep wing either. Arancini had right on the correct spot.
Work it around the top here. Centre again, and going to draw the exclusion that time on Halligan. Is doing her best at centre back. Chen Zhao is the centre forward on that occasion. Shot clock down to 8 on the 6-on-5 and almost throwing it out over the goal line. And they need a shot now. It's 2 seconds and it's channeled nicely and cleaned up by Gabby Palm. I feel like Bronte's played nearly all minutes. I mean, she's a 4-quarter player.
Yeah, she does play a lot of minutes.
Yeah. Big motor.
Also, she's been over in Italy
yes.
as well, so she may have missed out on a little bit of conditioning.
But she's always been a 4-quarter player.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But she does do
won't be
huge
as
minutes.
fatigued as some of the other girls who have been a very heavy workload in the last couple of weeks. Yeah.
I mean, she hasn't had an easy flight home, but
Everyone looking at the goal here on the 6-on-5, looking dangerous, or Jakovic gets the one across the body there.
that's a very, very difficult pass, like to receive and to actually get a quality shot away across your body, right in front of goals, right in the middle of everything.
Yeah, she kind of tried to roll and then shoot it.
Straight across the body rather than just redirection of the...
I'm trying to explain this without people seeing it, but when you see Joe Kays, who's centre forward, he will not spin, he'll take it above his head, and it's almost like an overhand shot, just without having to obviously take that time of rotate the body, and it's very difficult to stay, on top of your legs and get a shot away.
Yes.
Yeah. Arancini in the corner, and China with the timeout. That's their second.
It's a great system with the coaches giving the assistant coach the information who goes in. I'm not sure. I'd love to know what the Chinese coach's background is, whether like he's a player or if he's...
the assistant coach? Yes. Yeah.
Or if he's always been a coach or...
A lot of trust there too from the head coach that they're going to deliver the message I want them to deliver. So if you don't speak the language of the country you're coaching, it can be very, very tough. But he's been there with China for a long time, Yane. Nicely. Just changed the angle up and the finish from the captain.
It's an excellent goal. I'm sure Deng didn't mean to deliver it on the water, and for Zhang to be able to just receive it so low, it was almost like a push shot. It was beautiful.
And timeout now called by Beck Rippon, her second timeout.
They look chilly, don't they, the girls?
They do. It's cool right down here. Yeah, we're filming from the main seating side here at Sutherland, and I might as well talk about that. They're telling me they would like on the opposite side where you see the big scoreboard and the sort of covered area where the official table is. They'd like at some point to build a clubhouse, and that would be the balcony above looking at the pool.
I'm having Bicton flashbacks immediately.
Yeah, well, yes.
Dorney.
Yeah, exactly.
How fantastic that would
if
be.
If they could get it done, it would be something incredible. Obviously, there's a lot of people working very hard on their committee to sort of get those sorts of plans over the line.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah. Out there with Australia, Alice Williams and Halligan and Hearn. Halligan thought about putting it in. Hearn. And lets a shot go. No, not a bad attempt. The defender hanging off for a bit.
Yeah, not a lot of time. Well, I think there was still 10 seconds on the clock. I think that was a planned move there. But again, it's a really difficult
cross-body catch.
Catch and release.
Yeah, to be a right-hander and play down the right side of the pool, you're always catching it across your body.
You know, it's also difficult too. Like Sienna Hearn's only a baby, right? 19, 20?
Yeah, I'm going to say,
20, 21 maybe. But, you know, there's been a part of this squad and team for a little while now. But, you know, she has just become an Olympic player. Like, she's got her name on the card. So the excitement and everything that there's a huge amount of adjustment to then just walk back and start playing water polo perfectly again.
Yeah, you're feeling like, right, I'm there and
Yeah, it's an emotional journey as well.
And that is full time. The Aussies 14-8. And, well, the back part of that game, China probably revealed a little bit more than they did in the first half. They got their game going and that clamp defence, and then they started converting.
Yes, most definitely made a lot more difficult for the Australians to get the ball into centre forward, gave them better opportunity in their counter attack to get up there, and they were just putting some nice goals away.
So scorers for the Australians. Paul the card, Gophers with a goal, a double to Halligan, one to Sienna Green, Abby Andrews with 3, Charlize Andrews with a goal, 2 to Alice Williams, Tilly Kearns with a hat-trick, and, well, local favourite here at Sutherland, Jakovic gets a goal. So, be pretty happy with that. And the Australians will be happy. Zhong Juhan, the number 4 centre forward, tireless for China, picked up a couple. Lu Yiwen, the number 7, a double. Den Jiwen picked up a goal. And the captain, Zhang Jing, really got a game going in the third and fourth quarter, picked up a hat-trick. So, I feel like maybe China didn't reveal everything tonight.
Oh, without a doubt, they've been a bit cagey, and as they should be. And, you know, as we mentioned earlier, they've got 18 players here. We're not exactly sure who was in the water.
In terms of who might be selected for Paris?
Yeah, who might be. And, you know, that's part of the game, right? And obviously for us, we know exactly who we've got now. So we're just totally different, I think, at the stages of Aussies heavy training, but obviously now need to start working on their tactics as well, and they've got to bring all that excitement that we've just had into the water and you know, put in great performances, and certainly for Australian that you know, the intensity of what they started in that first quarter was excellent, and you know,
five goals in the first, 4 in the second. That first 2 quarters was top shelf,
excellent,
and then you've got to be able to bring that for the third and the fourth. And that's just a progression now as you join the dots, join the connections between the players that are in the team together, and it becomes second nature and almost psychic connections.
Yeah, for sure. You've got to be talking all the time in training about where you would like that ball, you know, just and you know, no doubt they'd have periods of free time, and that's when you've got to work on those little bits and pieces where you want that ball delivered. Intensity wise, as I said, it's amazing in that first half for the Aussies, and it's definitely something. I mean, obviously they're in big training as well.
Yeah, heavy workload.
Training.
So to put in a performance like the first half, I think is encouraging that the fitness levels are quite good, very strong.
Yeah, the communication was something I noticed towards the second half, that maybe came a little bit more from the bench rather than what we'd been seeing in the water. And again, that's a confidence, and it's, you know, when you get fatigue, it's important to keep talking, but you can't be frantic talking. It's just, you know, keeping that controlled movement. And, you know, I mean, there's a lot to like in that performance today for the Aussies.
Yeah, very much so. But folks, we're going to wrap it up here from Sutherland Aquatic Centre, beautiful venue in the south of Sydney. We're going to move to the Ryde Aquatic Centre on Wednesday night. Was the round game venue for the Sydney 2000 Olympic Games, a slightly different configuration than what it was back in the day. But yeah, that'll be a full packed out house. Tickets are free. You can jump online and see if there's any more available, but you do need to book because both have obviously restrictions on how many people can come in, and they are trying to get Pymble Ladies College on Friday night to allow us to have a few more seats. They've sort of said, oh, this is our cap, and the argument is, well, we had 200 or 300 more of that in AWL finals a couple of years ago, so please can we have some more? So keep an eye online. There might be some more tickets becoming available. If not, well, come and join us on YouTube. Mike and Deb signing off from Sutherland.